Yo,
Hey, what's up, my man?
what's up, man?
Not much. How are you?
Like a champ, I'm doing good, man.
Thanks
Yeah.
for joining, man.
Nah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. So just for everyone that hasn't watched before, in case you haven't tuned in, format's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
AMA, me anything. We already got a bunch of questions that people sent in. We can scroll through. Can you see the comments?
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool. Yeah, sometimes that happens where people can't see it. But yeah, you can scroll through the comments, pick questions. I'll do the same. People want to ask you anything they want, they can do so throughout. We got about 30 to 40 minutes, but we're excited to have you, man. So intro, we got Teofimo Lopez with us, 8-0, 6 knockouts, signed with Top Rank. You fought 6 times in 2017. That's something that we love to see as far as fight fans and reporters. You busy, not only that, but progressing, moving up.
Absolutely.
Busy, and then, your next fight is going to be on a dope card too. So May 12th, Madison Square Garden, you're on the Linares and Lomachenko undercard. So talk about how you've been and how you're preparing for the next one.
I've been feeling great. Camp's been good. I haven't sparred yet, due to my cut. But overall, we're gonna start camp. We're gonna start sparring in April, and I can't wait. New York is my hometown. Deep down, every time I go out there at Madison Square Garden, I put on a show. We all know what happened last time I fought at the Garden. I knocked the dude. I knocked him out. I knocked him out clean. I'm looking for it. I'm looking to do that again come May 12th, and I'm just ready to. I'm just ready to steal the show from Lomachenko and Linares. Yeah.
Now, who do you like in that?
I don't care, man. I actually want to fight either one. I don't really care. I'm the type of fighter is just like I'm not scared of nobody. My manager, he laughs. He dead ass. He laughs that I could take. I actually have it in text. He laughs, and my dad's like, "Why you laughing?" He's like, "Because they call me Gordo. Everybody knows me from amateurs and stuff by Gordo." But he said, "Because Gordo doesn't care who he fights." I don't. I really don't. At the end of the day, that's how it should be. I don't pick and choose my fights. But overall, hopefully that's a good show. Hopefully, that main event is good enough to bring a lot of views. Absolutely, I think everybody's looking for that fight. Looking forward for it. And then also you got other Olympians on the card as well. You got Michael Conlan,
Right.
You got Michaela Mayer, you got me, of course. And I'm just excited, man. Overall.
So talk to us a little bit about that. I saw someone commented right now about Viva Honduras. So, because of politics or whatever, and people that know you know the things that went down for you not to be able to represent the U.S. in the Olympics. If you want, you can talk about that. But do you feel the passion and the support from the Honduran boxing fans?
Absolutely. A lot of people ask me, and this is one thing I want to clarify here right now. A lot of people ask me, why Spain? Why do I have that flag of Spain? Mm-hmm. Teofimo Lopez didn't come from Honduran ground. It came from Spain soil. My grandfather was from Spain. He's from Barcelona. So I have cousins and stuff out there. I just had never met them. You get me? Mm-hmm. So my name Teofimo Lopez comes from Spain. So I always rep that flag. I got that name from my grandfather and my father and so forth. But overall, Honduras, I am so appreciative of me doing what I had to do. Becoming the only Olympian in all Central America, that alone, only male Olympian in all Central America. At the end of the day, Honduras is a poor country. We all know what happened at the Olympics. It was all corrupted. And they even said it. It was IABA turning out like FIFA. And but it's true. So at the end of the day, though, look, man, I do what I do in the boxing world right now as a professional because at the end of the day, when you knock somebody out, they can't say nothing. You won the fight completely, and that's true. You can't leave it to the judge's hands because anything can happen. That's why I rep against all laws. That's why I rep the takeover. Things like that because that's what I'm defined to do. Trust me. Sometimes when I do get upset when I don't get a knockout, it's because I don't like leaving it to their hands. It's too much corruption involved. But it's not for my saying. Sometimes you're not gonna get that. So, but overall, man, I'm just happy, man. I really want everybody to tune in May 12th. Watching me live on ESPN, and just put on another show.
Word. All right. See a bunch of people in the comments right now. Lalo's Boxing, what's good, bro? Tony Nassa, he did a nice painting of you. What's good, bro?
That's my boy.
we got a question from someone called Hands of God from Instagram. He says, describe your style in 5 words.
All right, hold up. Shout out to Frank Stay. He killing me right now.
Yeah, I see the questions. I seen the questions.
He said big boobs or big asses. I'm big ass. But anyways, coming to it. My style is unique. Entertaining. We have what else? That's 2 right there. I believe it is special. Let me see. This is actually a good question though. My style overall though is just it's entertaining. It's unique. It's special. I got 2 more. I don't know. It's just different. It's just different. Overall, my skill, my style is just different, man. I go out there. It's explosive. Whatever you want to call it. People compare me to Floyd Mike. I'm not trying to be compared as Floyd Mayweather or anything like that, but to be compared to those type fighters, they're legends, so that just shows you where I'm going to head. As long as I keep doing what I'm doing, then we good.
So talk about how you handle, you're young, you have 8 fights as a pro, but, people are already, the accolades are coming in. You got Kevin Iole from Yahoo Sports, named you his prospect of the year. Ring, the Bible of boxing, they've stamped your accreditation as one of, not the best out of your Olympic class. Is that a burden? Does it feel good seeing that? I mean, you get a big head. How do you feel?
Nah, I don't care about those things, man. I mean, of course, it's something good to motivate you to keep doing what you're doing, but, man, deep down, listen, people don't know, and this is the truth. You don't know what you have till you lose it, right? We all know that saying. Okay. I used to get big-headed back in the amateurs because I used to win. I used to have like a winning streak, 7, 8, 10 fights, 1, 10 in a row. You get big-headed, and then you start thinking you know it all, and you start thinking this and that. Next thing you know, God comes and just taps you on the shoulder and makes you lose a fight, humble you. So at these points in situations, of course, it's beautiful to win Yahoo Sports 2017 Prospect of the Year, even though I wasn't even trying to win no type of Prospect of the Year. I told Dan Rafael, I said, before he announced the 2017 Prospect of the Year for ESPN, I told him, I was like, I'm going to be your 2018 Prospect of the Year. Watch. Because I totally forgot about 2017. I thought it was too late for 2017. And he ranked me number 2 of the top 20 without even trying. This year, I'm going to try. And I don't need to, but overall. But listen, I keep myself like this, man. In this world and how we live it, though, ain't nothing in life promised except death and taxes, which is true. So at the end of the day, man, winning all these things, becoming world champion that I know I'm going to become, all these other things, it's not promised that I'm going to keep it.
Right. So
you got to keep yourself mentally prepared and everything. Keep it the way you grew up. That's why they say don't ever forget where you came from. I think of it like this. Don't ever forget where you came from, meaning how you started. Keep it like that throughout your whole career. Why you think Floyd was so special? Because he kept that mentality. That's one thing I admire about Floyd the most, But Team FOS for life. You're damn right, Frank. But definitely, man. It's a lot to it, man. I don't get big-headed with these things. Me knocking people out is beautiful. My thing at the end of the day is to entertain the fans, put on the show. At the end of the day, look at it. They're paying to watch us perform. So you got to entertain. I win. Of course, I'm going to win a fight. But it's how you win that makes it special. I'm not going to go over here and just, I just want to get the job done. No. I mean, Floyd started doing it after making $300 million a fight. Then, of course, what do you got to do? What else you got to show? Right now is my time to earn my stripes again. I've earned it over and over and over again in the amateurs, and I still never got credit for it. Winning the Olympic trials, becoming the first guy from USA to win the U.S. Olympic trials and not represent USA for the Olympics since 1904. I'm doing history. Although it might be bad history, it's still history. That's why I keep myself sane by that.
All right. And I mean, we had the privilege of stopping by the Top Rank gym and, hanging out with you and your dad during the Canelo Triple G weekend. So you told us a similar story then about, being humble and times you get injured or something like that, and it really puts it into perspective. So,
but it's like but I don't mean to cut you off. But it's not even, look, I'm not humble. I am not humble. At the end of the day, I am humble to the, look, at the end of the day, we all bleed the same, right? At the end of the day, when I'm outside that ring, we all bleed the same. So I'm not gonna act like I'm different from anybody outside the ring. Inside the ring, I'm an a-hole.
Right.
I'm not humble. I'm in there to kill you. And that's just not physically, not really. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm not trying to do what Deontay Wilder's trying to do. But you get what I'm trying to say is he's trying to, the fighter in front of me is trying to take my bread and butter. I got family to feed. So at the end of the day, it's war. And some people are not going to like it. Some are. I'm not going to be nice. If somebody hits me, oh, I'm sorry. No, don't hit me. No, that's not, so people interpret being humble in the wrong perspective. They look at it differently. They're just saying that because they want you to fail. I feel like people that say be humble is just hating on what you're doing.
Okay. Let's get to some of these questions, though. I got one from Crown Boxing right here. He says, which past or current fighters inspired you to be the fighter that you're today?
My past and current, I don't have any current, to be honest. These fighters that are in this generation now, I just feel like I just don't see nothing entertaining for me. That's my opinion. People are going to go and criticize on that. But overall, though, in my past, I would say Mike Tyson and Floyd. Overall, I love the way Mike Tyson was because that just shows you how this boxing world is. Humble, like he was just a sweet, nice dude. He was bad in his back, when he was real young. He was a bad kid. But when he had Customato and everything, he was such a good kid. He would just knock everybody out, had his little voice. Yeah, man. And but you see how he turned him to an animal. Once he lost Customato and everybody started using him, he didn't have that guidance no more. And he turned into a rage Mike Tyson. He just went out of control. So I look at that, and I feel like I could be that in the sense of that rage, but I know I got to hold that image because we have the young youth. You get me? I'm not going to go out there and do drugs and stuff like that. No. But what I'm saying, that rage, because you do get that. Everybody's just in it to use you, take advantage of you. Nobody's going to love you, man. At the end of the day, I know my place in the sport. Mm-hmm. And Floyd did too. But, those are my, and Floyd, of course, who doesn't like Floyd? I mean, he could talk his smack, but he always backed it up. Adrian Broner tried to do it. He just can't. He just can't. But
we got another question from T Lions 98. He said, "What's the biggest difference when making the transition from the amateurs to the pro ranks?"
Biggest difference? The gloves are a little smaller, so you just gotta find your distance a little more. You have to step in a little more, but that's really it. For me, I knew that when I came to the pro game, it was gonna be my home. I feel real comfortable at the pro game. That's why when I got cut, I didn't trip about it. These things happen, so you got to be prepared for it. Worst case scenarios, you always got to be prepared for those things. I've been sparring with pros since I was like 13, 14. So, especially with great likes like Regan Diao, Sean Porter, Ashley Theopane, Amir Imam, the list goes on and on. Even Tank. I sparred with Tank when I was 15. He was 18. Yeah,
and a lot of those videos are on YouTube too. Some of the guys that you mentioned as well, so people can check it out. Someone's asking, what do you think about Rolly? Have you guys sparred?
Yeah, I sparred with Rolly. I sparred with him a couple weeks before my pro debut, which was last in November of 2016. We did 7 rounds, I believe. Yeah, Frank Stay was there. He was recording. It was good work. The kid, he's strong. Right now he's actually having beef with Shakur Stevenson and Richardson Hitchens. I was there yesterday on live. It was hilarious. I was dying laughing.
What's the story?
I don't know how it started. I asked Rolly. I was like, yo, how did it start, man? He was like, oh, they were talking smack on Instagram Live. People asked him about who's Rolly. Do you know anything about Rolly? And they said, who the hell is that? Oh, you're talking about that bum kid that fight like a robot. Boom, there you go. It started. Yeah. And Rolly's the type of guy, man, it's like, he ain't gonna do nothing with you. Like, I hang out with the kid now. I don't spar with him no more. But, I keep it, even though he's in my same weight class, I just don't like sparring with him.
Okay.
Now, and, but he told, look, Rolly's told me, I'm the most technical fighter he's ever sparred with. And how he got signed? He got signed by knocking guys out at Floyd's gym. But anyways, forget about
So,
Broly. It's about me
for
right
people
now.
who don't know, he signed to Mayweather Promotions and, Rolando Romero. And but talking about that, how's the work been? You relocated now to Las Vegas. How's the work been out there?
I love it.
Sparring and stuff like that.
I love it. I really love it, man. I can't complain. I think this was the best decision so far in my life. Besides my father taking me out of high school when I was like 16 to do homeschool, that was another thing that really got me to know myself. But overall, Las Vegas, I just love it. People are gonna be like, "Why? Vegas is boring." I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I'm 20. I'm not 21 yet, but I don't smoke and drink, so I don't gamble, nothing like that. The only thing I'm gonna celebrate when I'm 21 is that I could get to go anywhere. Without trying to sneak in. But I love Vegas, man. The work out there is good. I think I'm gonna go, cause I'm going to Florida this weekend just for some boxing amateur show, and then what's it called? I think I'm gonna spar at Robert's. That'll be my first time going to Robert Garcia's gym.
Okay.
I think my dad wants me to go out there to go get some work there, cause after a while, when you start beating up, no offense, but when you start beating up people over here in Vegas, they don't want to spar with you no more. So right. I need more work. So we're gonna go to Cali this time.
Everywhere, man. If you're beating everyone up everywhere, they don't want to work.
It happens, man. Some people are like, hey, let's spar, and I'm like, all right, be careful what you ask for, and then it happens. So I don't get the work. But at the end of the day, you can't. I know my limits. If I'm hurting the dude too bad, and I'm like, I can see I can knock him out, I calm it down because I need sparring. Okay. See, a lot of fighters don't understand this. You knock out people in sparring, you're not gonna get work no more.
Right.
You need work, and sparring is for the distance, man.
I got a question. If you want to go ahead and scroll through some and pick one, but I do have one here. It's also from T Lions 98. He said, "What's your opinion on the whole clenbuterol situation with Canelo? From your perspective, being a boxer, I mean, for people who cheat, do you think there should be a lifetime ban?"
Not a lifetime. I don't think. But it's not my say. Everybody has a decision. I feel like maybe yeah. You know why though? Because you should know that by doing that, you're giving a risk of a fighter. You could hurt him. You could kill him. You could destroy him and his family. So at the end of the day, you're using an illegal substance that creates something. It's like you're convicted for murder.
Right.
It's like me having a knife and I'm stabbing somebody, but it's not that. It's me taking injections of steroids or whatever it is to do it with my hands. Yeah, of course. I think it should be more serious. I think they should look into that more with all these current champions and these world champions. They should look at the contenders and the world champions. I think they should change the whole system. But then, I feel like everything involved is with money.
Okay.
I mean, listen, I don't take no type of substance. The only thing I take is a vitamin B12 shot right to my butt cheek. That's normal. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. That's something that's vitamin, but that's the only thing I really take. And I take protein, but I don't take nothing else. I don't take no type of pills or anything like that. I feel like, but that just shows how fake these fighters are, because they need a substance to enhance their performance in order for them to feel good to do what they do. I feel like Lomachenko's on it. I feel like it could be even Triple G. It could be Canelo. It could be all of them. They just know a time frame when to stop so it doesn't pop in the system. I believe they all doing it. I think Anthony Joshua too. I'm just saying how it is.
All right. Now, you named like a lot of the top fighters. So let's say your top three. Who's your top three fighter?
My top three fighters what, right now?
Pound for pound, yeah, right now.
Pound for pound? All right.
Outside of you.
Huh?
Outside of you.
We got Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez.
That's why I knew that was coming.
Yeah, of course, man. Listen, I don't think anybody's good. People are going to look at me like, and the reason why, and they're going to criticize, they're going to say, oh, this kid talks too much. Hey, this is the fight game. I'm not here to say anybody's better than me. Are you going to say that, all right, are you going to say somebody's better than you than on doing interviews and stuff like that? No, right? You're going to say I'm the best.
Right.
And I've already explained that. I don't think my pound for pound, I'll say the pound for pound right now will be Terrence Crawford. At this moment, I believe he earned that. But they're saying Lomachenko, I don't know how. because he stopped Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux's an old man. He's probably even lied about his age. I'm not hating him, dude. You know, but listen, man. It is what it is. At this point, I'm focused on me. And as crazy as I just have to earn my stripes. This is the thing. You know, my father talks highly of me. You know, he's seen what I've done to these champions. And you know, I just have to earn my stripes again. That's really what it is.
All right. Now talk to us a little bit about, there's been videos back and forth that people might have seen on YouTube, but maybe a rivalry that's been building up for quite some time because of the Olympics. And you probably know who I'm going to mention, Carlos Balderas. You know, tell people a little bit about, you know, that whole situation and, you know, if that's a fight that you won in the pros.
He's Fugazi. He's Fugazi, whatever, how you say it. He's fake. He's a fake fighter, man. I am so real with y'all. I don't know how you could live a lie saying that you won, that you earned the spot to go to the Olympics with USA. I can't do it.
So give the people the background for those who don't know, for those who just is now a little bit abbreviated version of what happened there and how it came to be.
So this all happened. I'm gonna explain it. It's kind of a long story, so don't get lost in it. All right, but I'm gonna cut it short. So IABA has IABA, which is Amateur International Boxing Association, that runs the Olympics for boxing. They had these events that you can have Olympic berth, so you don't have to do anything else. You win the event, the tournament, and you get Olympic berth. You get your spot in the Olympics automatically. So in 2015, I believe 2014, 2015, beginning of 2015, they had the World Series of Boxing. And that was one of the Olympic one of the Olympic berths that you could get if you placed top 2 in your weight class. Carlos Balderas placed at the end of the season. Carlos Balderas placed 4th, so he did not make it. You get what I'm saying? He did not make it to the Olympic berth to get his shot representing USA. Number 1 and number 2 was Cuba and Azerbaijan. Number 3 was Russia. Number 4 was Carlos Balderas. I was too young at the time. He only had he was a year older. So he got in first. But then once I had my chance, I went to the Olympic qualifiers. I won. I beat Renato Gomez. You know, I won Outstanding Male Boxer the whole tournament that day. And, you know, but with Carlos Balderas, number 1 and number 2 from WSB, World Series of Boxing, Cuba and Azerbaijan, IABA let them go to another Olympic berth qualification where they placed number 1 and number 2 again. So they can't have these two guys. They can't have these two guys winning both events. So what they decided to do, okay, let's keep them at the World Championships. Let's keep them like that. And number 3 and number 4 from the WSB, let's bring them down to number 1 and number 2. So he got the Olympic berth by a gift. Carlos Balderas was even training for the Olympic trials. If you look at back on his Instagram or whatever, I don't know if he deleted it because he's fake, but he was training for the Olympic trials. So he knows that he was going to fight me. I was USA champion. He was WSB champion since they gave him the berth, since they gave it to him. What they should have done, but USA Boxing already knew this. I was going to beat him. They didn't want that. He's already been in with the team. Whatever it is that they had planned, he's already kissed ass. We don't kiss ass. But whatever it was, they should have had us do a box-off at the Olympic trials. You get me? WSB champion versus USA champion. We fight whoever goes, get the best guy from USA, represent the 132-pound division. But they didn't do that. So what I did was, they even actually, check this out, Mike Martina, which was the executive director from USA Boxing, he said this. He was like, oh, you fought already in an international event, so you can't go to another country. My father wanted me to go represent Honduras. And what happened, though, I fought with Team USA against Canada, which was a duel, but it wasn't IABA sanctioned. So it was more of a friendly. Okay. And so he tried to screw us with that. They really wanted me to represent them for 2020 or whatever it was. They wanted to have Carlos Balderas, and it didn't go that route. You know, I decided to say, okay, F you guys. I want my release form, and I'm going to Honduras. You know, but I had to qualify again. As crazy as it is, I had to qualify over and over again just to get to the Olympics. And then they screwed me the first day. So the guy I lost to, who I really didn't lose to, you can look at the fight. I didn't lose to the guy, the French dude, and he made it to the finals. He made it silver. Right. It shows where I would have been at. But
now that the people have the backstory with Carl Linares, I mean, he's talked. I mean, and he's been asked by like Ellie Sackback and other people. But I mean, do you feel like animosity now? I mean, would you want to fight him as a pro?
I didn't listen. I was gonna end it as that with the amateurs. I was gonna end it as that. But when he started talking, when he talked smack about my father, like that's when you made it personal again. That's when now I'm gonna beat your ass in the pros when it comes to it. Just don't lose, and it's gonna happen. You know, he knows it too, man. They scared. Every fighter, like nobody's gonna try me. Nobody's gonna try me. I don't care who it is. They're not gonna call me out or anything like that because they're not stupid. And if they do, they already know that what they're gonna get themselves into. Only people that are gonna fight me from this point on, I'm having undefeated fighters. I'm having undefeated fighters right now ducking me. Ducking me. They don't want. They trying to look a way out. They accept it and then they try to look a way out. And it's not my fault, guys. It's not my fault. It's really not my fault. They're saying I'm fighting bums, but listen, the only reason why they're gonna fight me is because they're either doing it for the cash, or because that's really it. Nobody's really gonna fight me, and that's the only thing that sucks about it, man. Boxing is turning into. I love boxing with all my heart. I love the sport, but these fighters, man, they're just scared. If you're scared, don't box. Don't fight no more. What is the point of that?
To be fair as well, you know, you mentioned Floyd a bunch of times, and that model, you know, the tail end of his career is what people have latched onto now, even though they haven't earned that. Whereas he earned it, but you know, Floyd, they're trying to pick and choose.
Floyd did this. Floyd showed that you could fight an MMA fighter and make a lot of money. Floyd showed that you could make hundreds of millions of dollars in the boxing world. Floyd showed that you could talk your shit. If you back it up, you're gonna be great. But what Floyd did was he fucked up boxing.
Right.
Because now everybody's picking and choosing. Now everybody wants to pick and choose who they want to fight and everything. Floyd just, you know why though? Floyd said, I know my place in this, so let me take everything I can from boxing, from all you mother effers, and then I'm on my way out. So Floyd kind of hurt. Floyd, he kind of hurt the boxing world.
Yeah, I think also from a fan's perspective, people don't really appreciate. I mean, just because you lose once, that's not the end of the story. But I think as people watch, they're like, "Oh, if you're not undefeated, you're nobody." So it's the miseducation from the fans' perspective.
Even that, you can't lose. You can't lose right now. You got to keep that old.
Yeah,
that's what Floyd made.
Yeah,
you know, back then when you had Muhammad Ali, you had Sugar Ray Leonard, all these guys. You know, even Lennox Lewis, all these guys, they would lose, but they would still win, and everybody loved them. They had great fights and everything. But now it came to this century. I mean, this generation, you can't lose at all. You lose, your career's over, basically. You know?
Right. But, you know, you were talking about, you know, people saying you're fighting bums. I don't know how you could say that. You went from a guy in fight number 7 that had like 12 fights. In fight number 8, you fought a guy with over 40 fights. So people could probably see that progression. I mean, did you feel there was a big difference with the last fight, the experience?
No. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't look at that. Okay, it's good. It makes it good on my resume that I fought an experienced fighter. He actually cut me on purpose. What he did was, since he was a shorter dude, I was going for his body. He leaned forward and lifted up his head. He cut me. That's from all the experience that he's been in. And I was tripping. I was like, you mother. And I heard people saying, oh, he's cut. And I start leaking. And I started leaning forward so it could hit the mat instead of my eye. It happened in the end of the second round. Third, fourth round, fifth round, I couldn't see nothing. But nobody knew that. But, you know, nobody knew that because I kept that poker face. You know, I kept it. My father was tripping out because I've had 178 fights now, you know, together with amateurs and pros, 178 fights in total. And out of all of them, I've never been cut, you know, anything like that. And my dad flipped out when he seen I got cut. And I knew that I had Miguel Diaz, which is the older man, so it takes a long time for him to come there. He's the cut man. But he healed this up real good. And but deep down, he was tripping. Everybody was in my corner tripping out. I was like, somebody has to stay. Hold up. Somebody has to stay composed. So I was like, it has to be me. Get on. Good. Yeah.
Word. Yeah. No. Shout out to Miguel Diaz, pro veteran. Did a good job with the cut. I have another question for you from Nell Gotti. It says, if it wasn't for boxing, what would you be doing? Also, talk about your diet. How many meals you eat a day? Training.
Wait, say that again. My bad.
So, if it wasn't for boxing, what else would you be doing? What career would you have? I want to know about when you're training.
My father's always been a hustler, in the sense of he's always been there to go get something out of it. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'll be without boxing, to be honest with you, man. I'll probably be out working a 9 to 5 or something. So, boxing deep down made me the person I am today. It made me realize where I'm at. You know, I didn't choose boxing, though. This is what people need to understand. I didn't choose boxing. It chose me. And what I mean by that is my father was training for him, you know. As other people, you know, they'll do boxing just for an exercise to get in shape. He was doing that, the same thing. He would bring me everywhere with him when I was like 6, 3 years old, 2 years old, whatever. And he would always bring me there with him. And when I was 6 years old and we went to Florida, he decided to go to this boxing gym. We had just moved, and he brought me along. My dad was a limousine driver at the time. And my dad told the coach, because he talked to the coach, and he was going to train him. He told the coach, hey, listen, I'm going to park the limousine real quick, watch my son while I come back. And 5 minutes later, the coach told me, hey, put on some gloves. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, I got like 2, 3 combinations like that. By the time my dad came back, my dad looked at it. He was just so amazed. I can remember this like it was yesterday. And I was just hitting it. And my dad just said, you know what? I'm going to focus on you now. There's no point. I'm old. I'm already old enough. And so it just happened naturally, as crazy as it is. I truly believe that I was made for this. But yet, I got to earn my stripes, like I said. And everybody's going to see it. This fight coming up, you're going to see it. And throughout my whole career, I'm fighting, like, look at this like this. People compare me to Floyd, but they compare me to Floyd, this Floyd, the one that just, you know, been making the 300 mils, whatever it is. Floyd wasn't fighting the same way I was fighting at my age. If you look at him when he was 20 years old, he was not fighting the same how he's fighting now. So what does it show you with me that I could develop probably even better? I'm not saying I'm going, but that's looking like that route. You get me? There's always going to be somebody better. You know, and I truly believe that I'm that one. Yeah,
all right. Now, do you guys have anyone, you probably can't announce it, you know, but for May 12th, I mean, are you looking at a certain crop of fighters, that opponent? Do you know anything, you know, in terms of that, who they're matching?
I already have my opponent. He's from Brazil, I believe. Yeah. He's 14-1 with 8 knockouts. His only loss, he revenged it his last fight. So he's basically like undefeated in a way. Tough guy. He throws a lot of loops. So he's going to come forward, which I'm very excited about because after I crack these fighters, they don't come forward. So we're going to see how he handles that. It's going to be a great night. You know, any fighter that comes forward with me is just going to be a great night. You know? And but we do have a lot of other comments, man. We have people that they asking me my advice for them with amateurs.
Yeah.
You know, just stay humble. Well, don't even stay humble. Just do what you have to do. Put God first, always. You know, at the end of the day, it's only God knows where you're gonna go. So as long as you keep that route, listen, you're gonna go through a lot of obstacles. You know, and I've been through it. But if you keep showing God that you're willing to take all these obstacles and keep going forward no matter what, trust me, you're going to get a reward from it. Trust me. It's paying off for me already. But people are just starting to figure out who Teofimo Lopez is. I've been doing this for quite some time now. You know, 15 years. And but it's okay, man. They hype up a lot of fighters. I believe they hype up Ryan Garcia. I believe they hype up Devin Haney. You know, all these fighters. But the crazy part is that they're really believing that with all this hype, they're really believing that they are what people are saying they are. It's just a matter of time when it's going to show. You know, I believe that for me, it's harder because when you're a real fighter, you don't get the exposure that you want because people know that, hey, we can't have them do this because we're going to lose money with this. it's a lot of corruption to this, man. And I still deal with it right now, even in the pro game. You know, that's why I promote myself in a way of with my father and stuff. When I go out there in the ring, nobody can tell me shit. When I'm in that ring, nobody can tell me nothing. You know what I mean? I go out there, I do my backflip, I perform, dance, whatever it is, to show that, hey, this guy's an entertaining fighter. And we knock out people. So that's where everybody wants to come and watch. I'm going to show off. People not going to like how I talk, man. But it's just how I am, man. This is what this boxing world made out of me. You know, it's the industry involved with it. But I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. I can't wait for 2018. Like this whole year, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be fighting a lot. I already talked to Bob Arum. We had a meeting with them. I'm going to fight a lot on ESPN, of course. You're going to see me probably six more times this year. You know, so yeah, I might have my hands full this time.
Yeah, we're looking forward. But like you said, I mean, there's the showmanship aspect, and I think you check that box off. You know, so a lot of people want to watch because of that. So that's dope. This has been great so far. We appreciate all the backstories, all the information that you're dropping on. A lot of questions still going on here. We got about 10 more minutes, but there was one. I think he dropped this question a couple. So we'll get to this. He said, what advantage do you feel that you would have to beat Lomachenko? He says, I believe you can beat him. I just want to know from your perspective, how would you beat him?
I love southpaws. That's one thing people don't know about me yet. I told Brad Gumman, which is one of our matchmakers, I said, yeah, he asked me, how you feel about southpaws? I said, I love southpaws. I laughed at my father. I was like, yo, he don't know. I love southpaws. So with Lomachenko, he's a southpaw. I love the way it's just for me, I just have fun with them. I basically like grew up with a lot of southpaws, so I learned what to do with them. Lomachenko, deep down, he doesn't know how to fight backwards. I don't care what anybody says. He does not know how to fight backwards. He fights side to side because when you push him backwards, he doesn't know what to do with it. I don't care what you say. People going to say this and that. Oh, he's talking smack. You don't know what he's talking about. Look at it like this. He don't know how to fight backwards. When he fought, what was it, Salido?
Mm-hmm.
Look what Salido did. Salido just came up forward, didn't care about him. This is a little kid. I'm just walking him down, and he won the fight. No matter what it was. You can't respect a fighter like that. If you truly believe you're the best, don't believe the hype. And I believe a lot of these fighters, they already lose before they even get in the ring. I believe Leonardo is going to choke deep down. And it's crazy as it is. If I was in Leonardo's shoes right now, I would say this is a little kid coming to my division trying to take my belt. I'm going to whoop that ass. But I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's just going to get overwhelmed and just cover up. You know, I believe Lomachenko, there's so many ways you can beat Lomachenko. Don't let him go to the left side. And if he does, hit him with the left hook. You know, stop him from going there because he only has one side. He has a habit of just going to that side. And he keeps doing it over and over again. And when he goes to that side, he throws an uppercut. He throws this and then up. It's things of those things right there you could pick on like that. But not everybody has it, man. I don't think Lomachenko is what everybody says he is. All that little pity pat. The reason why he does a pity pat so he can get his distance, so he can get comfortable. He starts doing this. Don't ever let a fighter like that get comfortable. Because the moment you do, he's just going to start doing stupid shit. You got to time him. There's a lot of points. He does the same thing over and over again. You just got to know when to time him. You know how you beat speed. He's not fast, but I'm saying overall, you beat speed with timing.
Right.
You beat speed with timing. And people not understand, if it's too fast, you can't time it. No, you can. Trust me. Yes, you can. It ain't nobody fast. Trust me. It's easier said than done. Absolutely. And that's why I want to do it. It's easier said than done. Absolutely. That's why I want to do it. Listen, nobody's going to do it. Nobody's going to do it. That's why he's going to 135 division. I believe Mikey could beat him. I believe Mikey Garcia could beat him.
Yeah,
I just don't. I am not. I don't care what it is. I'm not high on Lomachenko. I don't know what everybody sees in him because he does the same thing over and over again. He starts dancing. You can call me a hater all you want. I just don't see what you guys see. You guys are saying he's a god in boxing. He's not.
And well, you could thank your promotional company too. It's a good job by Top Rank.
You know. But Top Rank knows what they're doing with me. They know where I'm headed. They know. They see the potential. They know I'm that future star for them. You know, the only two guys they have right now is Terence Crawford and Lomachenko. They see me already up on the rise.
Now you mentioned two guys, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I think you told me you sparred with Devin Haney before. Have you ever fought Ryan Garcia or sparring?
Nah, we tried to spar with them. But it never went down. So, you know, because I heard that he wanted to spar with me, so my dad was like, "All right, let's do it." And we contacted them, but it just never happened. Oh wait, let me hear. Loma will destroy you. Yes, I love it. I love it. Thank you, Sean. Yes. My gosh. Hey, you're going to lose a lot of money if I ever fight him. Oh, man. He wouldn't be two-time Olympic champion. Yo, you know why he's two-time Olympic champion? Because I able, bro. I able. You guys don't understand it. You guys make me laugh, man. I able made him two-time Olympic gold medalist. I don't care what you say. You guys don't know the inside of this, man. I do. I live this. I able even threatened me. I even threatened me when I said that they're corrupted and everything. They wanted me to apologize to the president, who they just suspended. And we said, go fuck yourself. Sorry for my language.
Nah,
no. They said, you know what they said to me? You know what they said to me when I lost at the Olympics? And they gave, they knew what they did to me, and I said what I said. I said that they corrupted and that all this and that. They said that I either apologize or they're going to hurt my career in the pros because they knew I was turning pro.
Okay.
Tell me that. Tell me that because I'm saying facts. I'm saying things that oh, he knows what we're doing. But sooner or later, it showed with Michael Collin when he flicked him off. Everybody's like, wow, and all that stuff. Michael Collin got famous because of that. Listen, man. Lomachenko.
I got a question. Yeah, I got a question for you about that. Who is it? Julie but she works with like Shakur and she tweeted out the last time they fought was like if it was anyone else, you know, that was flipping someone off, you know, they would criticize them and all this stuff. You know, do you think there's something behind that? You know, that they make him the great thing because he flipped off the judge. But you know, you're telling us here you've basically been doing that your whole amateur career. You stood up to them as well. You just, you know, didn't flip them the bird. But I mean, is it a big deal that he did that in front of everybody?
It is. I mean, it's a good thing that he did what he did. I think Julie Ghostic just wanted Shakur to do it.
Okay.
You know, to make a bigger fan base. There's a whole thing for it, man. You know, Michael Collin went global after that because you're at the Olympics and you flick somebody off in your boxing. You know, that's just something big right there alone. You know, the Olympics alone is every 4 years and it has all of August, you know, to itself. So he went global. I think she just wanted Shakur to do it or wanted her people to do it. You know, so it's more of so she got to say it's a racial thing.
Right.
Like,
I think that's what
she has to say it's a profile thing, but deep down she just wanted her mans to do it. You know, I know Jolie, I know Julie very well. I know the whole staff of USA Boxing. You know, and I don't like none of them. Because they know what they did.
Julio, man.
They know what they did.
He said we got to get your pops on here.
My father. He just woke up. Yeah, he just woke up, man.
All right, shout out to him. Well, we'll wrap it up. I don't know if you got any other questions you want to answer on here, but to let everyone know, the replay is going to be on our YouTube channel. Teofimo Lopez, he talked a lot about, you know, the beginning of his career, amateurs, potential opponents, all that good stuff. So check out May 12th, ESPN is his next fight. But go ahead and, you know, answer a couple more questions and we'll wrap it up.
Shout out to my cousin, N. Cortez _X3. That's my cousin Nitzia. Yeah, no race talk. I'm not trying to put any racial things about it. You know, I'm just stating things that I feel like she wanted. Was your coach Coach P when you trained at Dave Powell? Yeah, you know, I had another coach. That's why I'm going out there. But I can't consider him. I consider him more as a mentor for me, my father. You know, he paved the way for us. He taught us the ways to do certain things. You know, his name's Coach P, Peter Bakunas. And I'm actually going this week. The reason why I'm going to Florida this weekend is because of him. He passed away 2 years ago, so that was somebody I consider like a grandfather. I never got to see my grandparents. They all passed away before I was born. But overall, Coach Pete was somebody that I care about a lot. I might not mention it a lot because it does hurt me. I try to forget. Not forget, but I try to just not think about the past. But yeah, I mean, I just want everybody to tune in May 12th. Really, that's what it is. If you want to see what's all to talk about, you'll see it May 12th. I'm just gonna go out there and do what I do. If you look at it now, you look at it with a kid that has 8 fights, right? I don't look like I've only had 8 fights as a professional. I look like I've been in the pro game for a couple years now. Is that true? You can clearly see it. What's your favorite? Who's your favorite fighter from the UK? I like Luke Campbell and I like Anthony Joshua. Those are my 2 guys. I sparred with Luke Campbell numerous of times. Let's see. I just love it, man. Some are gonna hate it, others are gonna love it. So, please answer my. Oh, I already answered that. My bad, man. I'm trying to figure out everything. Let me see. Would you fight a world champion in your second fight? Absolutely not. Oh, I would, of course.
Let's see if we got any other good ones.
Yeah. Hey, look at it like this. This generation that's coming up right now, you're gonna see a lot of fights, a lot of good fights. And I feel like we're just gonna get rid of all the old guys that have been in this for the new generation. In with the new, out with the old. I feel like that's what I mean by the takeover. We're taking over all the guys that have been running it, and we're just gonna take it like it's nothing. Of course, but all this hard work that I've been putting in, it's gonna show. At the end of the day, you have to put the work in order to showcase your talent, in order to do what you do. But yeah, everybody, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what other questions you have for me. Who do you think of all the money fights versus the real what? Oh, what do you think of all the money fights versus the real pride fights? I feel like, imagine if that wasn't together. That would just be amazing, ain't it? Having those prime fights when you had Muhammad Ali with Sonny Liston and all those things. Sugar Ray Leonard with Marvin Hagler, if they had that big money with it. But everything happens for a reason, man. I think this whole fight game, even, you know what's funny, though? Everything happens for a reason, but you know what's funny, though, is like you got Dana White that wants to be a promoter or whatever for boxing. But yeah, everybody talks about how MMA is bigger than boxing. If MMA is bigger than boxing, then why you got the guy from UFC trying to do a promotion or whatever it is, have a license for boxing? Because clearly you make more money in boxing than you do in UFC, more entertaining, everything like that. Boxing has just been on for decades. I can't. Truly, I can't do that. I just can't do UFC. I just can't. I don't know how Floyd. I think he's just talking it up, saying what he's saying, just to build, just to be relevant. Floyd is just trying to be relevant. Floyd knows that, this happens every time. When he retired, this is his 3rd time retiring?
Yeah, when he retires.
Yeah, when he retires, and then he realized, oh, everybody forgot about me. Hold up. And, but nobody's going to forget about him, But it's just a important time. You do what you did in the sport, but that's the problem with these guys. And I'm probably going to go through it too, but I got to know when to stop. Your body tells you when to stop, Your body says, I just can't do it no more. And you have to listen to your body. For all those that overtrain, it is a thing called overtraining. You do overwork your body. You overwhelm your body by doing all these things. So you have to rest your body as well. Resting is part of the training. A lot of these fighters, I'm not going to say names, but because I live here in Vegas, a lot of those fighters in Floyd's gym, a lot of fighters here in these gyms, they're killing themselves 24/7. And in the gym, by the time they get into a fight, they washed out. And why? Because they kill themselves too much. They become gym rats. That's what you call it, gym rats. You got to know how to balance it. Okay, I do this. It might seem like it's not a lot, but trust me, when you get to the fight, you're gonna have all that. Those are little blueprints. Those are little things that people need to tune into. They kill themselves. It's crazy. I don't even kill myself like that. I really don't. I don't do 7, 8 miles. I don't do 10 miles. I don't hit the bag for like 30 I don't spar for 15 rounds. You see what I'm getting at? That's a lot of wear and tear. I've been at this for 15 years. My hands don't hurt, thank God. And I've been taking care of my body. That's why. Look at Bernard Hopkins. He even said it right there. Bernard Hopkins said, look, how old is he? 51, 52? How old is Bernard? Okay, but he was still fighting because why? He took care of his body. After his fights, he would go do an ice bath, whatever it was to recover. You know, he wouldn't even go out. So it's things like that. It could show how long you can last. But I think that deep down, these fighters, like, look, Floyd and everybody, they feel like maybe I got one more in me. Maybe I got one more in me. I can do this. I got one more in me. And the problem is that that one more is going to cost you everything. So it's better. You got it. You got it now. Just keep it. Invest on it. Do what you have to do. And there you go. You did what you did. Your legacy is there. Once you get Floyd, if you lose, you're done. You're not done, but it shows, but you still lost. You still lost. And people they're going to haunt you on that. And that's because you kept saying, I got one more in me.
Mo Farah, he said, smart, not hard.
Yeah, train smart, not hard. And it's true, man. I take care of my body. And that's my main thing. Because at the end of the day, these is what gives us the money. These is what, you know, makes us who we are at the end of the day. Right. Outside the ring, it's crazy as it is. Outside the ring, people come up to me like, man, you so nice and this and that. I don't treat myself like a celebrity. I don't treat myself because that's how everything turned out to be. It turned out to be like this. I feel like God has a situation for me to just, I learned the hard way, so I make sure that I don't want to go through it again. Being big-headed and shit never got me nowhere but to lose. So I learned that deep down, you can't think like that. It's happened. I've done it 3 times. So you already know. Do it again in the pros. Trust me, it's bound to happen. So don't think like that. A lot of these fighters, they get overwhelmed. They get with all these people. They're like, man, I am the shit. Man, nah, I'm good. Nah, I don't need a trade today. I'm good. But deep down, no, you don't need to be like that. But everybody's different, man. I feel like I'm just different. I have that different mentality. I'm only 20 years old, as crazy as it is, you know?
Right. Well, that's real talk from Teofimo Lopez. Someone asked earlier, like, your advice. I think you pretty much said it all right there. You know, guys that's coming up really trying to get a for what.
You know what it is, though? I feel like this boxing industry is going to turn me into, you want an animal, you're going to get one. And I don't want to be that. I want to be an animal in the boxing world, but I just don't want to be one outside. You get what I mean? Yeah. But it's with all that hate, all that anger that you have inside you, built inside you. Man, I really have a heart. My heart is gold, bro. I don't think I'm better than anybody when I'm outside that ring. I keep it neutral. I've even been like that with you. People are like, hey, even as funny as it is, people are like this. When I'm in the ring, they're like, hey, you want us to leave? I know you want your space in the ring. I was like, nah, you guys are good. And I don't care about that. I don't need to be picky about certain things. You know, bro,
right.
I've been there, done that.
The first time we met you, I mean, you were like, come over for the barbecue tomorrow. It was like the first time we had met you or whatever. Yeah. For sure.
I told you guys, listen, man, it is what it is. So you lived it. I'm not lying. You know, I just have a different way of expressing myself. I have a different way of expressing myself in the boxing world because it's all about, I know what they're in it for. So I'm going to treat them with that. I can't hit them, but I can hit that fighter in front of me. So by me doing that is by saying F you to all of them. I'm telling you, man, I have all that in me that motivates me. To all those, though, I'm going to be honest with you. To all those tuning in right now, check this out. If you envy somebody, if you're jealous of somebody, if you feel like he's doing better or she's doing better than you, that should motivate you. That shouldn't make you feel like, hey, I should hate him even more. Don't ever hate on somebody's light. Let them shine bright because that should motivate you to say, I'm going to shine brighter when I have that opportunity. I don't hate on nobody. I want them all to be the best because when that moment comes and if they get careless and they want to get at me, good. You're going to get what you asked for. You know? So for all those, man. You know, for all those.
For sure. Hey,
but listen,
it's been great.
Hate the player, hate the game.
We really appreciate the time that you took. Like I said, everyone can watch this whole thing in its entirety on YouTube in about an hour. We'll have it uploaded. May 12th, check out And Teofimo Lopez will be at Madison Square Garden live on ESPN on the Linares Lomachenko undercard. We hope to catch up with you soon. We'll do this again after your fight.
All right, let me, I want to tune out right now. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Saludo a todos mis latinos. Viva Honduras, España, United States, of course. And just everybody tune in May 12th, ESPN. Put it on your calendar. May 12th, I believe it's 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And it's just going to be a great show, man. Don't miss it. If you can make it, be there. And trust me, I'll take a picture with you and I'll sign your autograph. There you go. You got it, man.
Word. We're in the house. All right, man. Have a good one. We'll talk.